All right. That sounds about right, yeah. Bring it on. Everything new, everything different, everything true. I am ready for my next thing to do. Oh, I know it's gonna be everything new. I'm through crying, I'm through waiting, I'm through hoping against all hope. I'm through longing for something gone that'll never return. I think I finally learned to bring it on. Everything new, everything different, everything true. I am ready for my next thing to do. Oh, I know it's gonna be everything new. I'm through grieving, I'm through dreaming that the life I had is never coming back. No more wishing on someone else's star that'll never be mine. What you think? Think it's time to bring it on. Everything new, everything different, everything true. I am ready for my next thing to do. Oh, I know it's gonna be everything new. Here we go. I've survived many times before, broken hearts and slamming doors. I'll be alright, yes I will, once more, that's right. Just as I did back then, I'm gonna rise again to bring it on. Everything new, everything different, everything true. I am ready for my next thing to do. Oh, I know it's gonna be everything new. Key change, bring it on. Everything new, everything different, everything true. I am ready for my next thing to do. Oh, I know it's gonna be everything new. Oh, I know it's gonna be everything new.
Hello. My name is Mary Ann, and I am your trustee on duty today. On behalf of Reverend Donna and the Board of Trustees, I am privileged to welcome you here to the Sonoran Desert Center for Spiritual Living. Whoever you are, and wherever you are in your spiritual journey, you are truly welcome here. Here you will be validated and encouraged to be everything that you're meant to be. Our vision statement is love in action every day, in every way. We express this love by learning and living the principles of science of mind. You'll find our declaration of principles on the back of your program. Please join me now in reading them. I believe there is an infinite intelligence operating throughout the universe. I believe this intelligent power is only good. I believe this intelligence expresses as me. I believe through my conscious use of this power, I create my life as happy, healthy, and complete. And so it is. And so it is. Do we have any first-timers that would like to be noticed? And macro.
Oh my gosh.
Okay then. Start right there.
I'm Julie Beloy.
Julie, hello. Where are you from?
I'm from Minnesota, but I moved here in September, so I thought I would try this church out. I've been drumming here, so I thought I would stop.
Yay, you! Thank you for coming. I'm so glad you're here.
Thank you.
So this is my friend Adriana. She just moved from San Felipe, Mexico, and is now a resident of Green Valley.
And I wanted to say hello to everybody.
Are there any holdouts?
I'm Jan Richardson, I'm a friend of Marianne's, who invited me here today. So this is my first time here, but I am a full-time resident of Green Valley since 2017.
Thank all of you new people. I'm so glad you're here, either in Green Valley or this very wonderful spot. And everybody that comes regularly, more power to you. We love you like crazy. All right, we have business here. Yeah. Okay, we'd like to thank all the people that made this Sunday celebration possible. That means everybody. And you know, if we didn't all come, wait a minute. You know, if we didn't all come here, it just wouldn't be the same, would it? No, it would not. It would not. I can't imagine it. It's beyond me. Thank all of you who do what you do to make this gathering as special and as heartfelt as it is. Thank you. Please direct your attention to the announcements that are in your bulletin. And if you're watching online, please visit cslaz.org for our announcements. Today,
If you're joining us for the first time, our Namaste song is inside the very first page of your program. And this is the portion where we say that the God in me beholds that God that is in you. The God in me beholds the God in you. It is all for our greatest and highest good. The God in me beholds the God in you, and you and I are one. Namaste. The God in me beholds the God in you. It is all for our greatest and highest good. The God in me beholds the God in you, and you and I are one. Namaste. Namaste.
Good morning. I'm Melinda, one of our many awesome practitioners, and some of you may notice that the practitioners are simply glowing today, and that's because we have just returned from an awesome retreat. We got our retreat that we've been really wanting, and we finally manifested it, and some of you have greatly helped us for that to happen with your contributions, and we really want to thank you, because what happened is we now have a deepened consciousness. We are enlightened to new possibilities, and our purpose has been awakened. So you're all going to benefit from that. We bonded on a deeper level, creating a stronger group energy. So thank you, thank you, thank you for your support. I'm going to light the service candle. So now you can all be aglow with us. For our invocation, knowing that everything within the realm of spirit, including you and me, I take a breath and remind myself of the great oneness, the realm of all possibility. This oneness is right here, right now. It's in you and it's in me. It's right here as we choose to come here today and spend this time together in this circle of oneness, as we focus and we learn new tools to set us free. There's an endless possibility of love, happiness, and of sharing on the topic of the day, gratitude. And so it is. So today's topic is gratitude, and I'm just going to say a little bit about that. We are supported by others. Expressing gratitude tells the universe that we appreciate our good fortune. When we take the time to reflect upon the countless miracles that happen to assist us, we may notice the change in our level of awareness, which will change the quality of life for the better. So often in life, we tend to take things for granted. We may feel we haven't been given everything that we deserve. Reflecting upon the abundance of life, however, helps us develop a keener sense of awareness of our gifts. Thank you. Thank the universe for its support today, and you will be able to gratefully accept everything that life has to offer. I'm going to ask you to do something right now. Just kind of take a moment and go within. I want you to get a sense of your body, physically and emotionally, just where you are right now. And now, think of something in your life that you appreciate, that you're grateful for, and allow that appreciation and gratefulness to consume you. Now check in. How do you feel physically and emotionally? Makes a difference, doesn't it? Namaste. Thank you.
Tea's gone cold, I'm wondering why. Got out of bed alone. The morning rain clouds up my window, and I can't see it all. And even if I could, it'd all be great. Put your picture on my wall, and it reminds me that it's not so bad. It's not so bad. Drank too much, got bills to pay. My head just feels in pain. Missed the bus and I'll be held today. I'm late for work again. And even if I'm there, it'll all imply that I might not pass the day. And then you call me and it's not so bad. It's not so bad. And I want to thank you for giving me the best day of my life. And just to be with you is giving me the best day of my life. Push the door, I'm on my last, and I'm soaking through. And then you handed me a dime, and all I see is you. And even if my house falls down now, I would not have a clue, because you're near me. And I want to thank you for giving me the best day of my life. And how just to be with you is giving me the best day of my life. And I mean that for every single one of you. You gave me the best time of my life. Every single one of you. You're part of my heart. You're part of my world. You're part of my dreams. Part of my everything. So I want to thank you for giving me the best day of my life. And now, just to be with you is giving me the best day of my life. Thank you. Namaste.
Thank you, Heather. So beautiful, so beautiful. I want to recognize the fact that Ruth Bennett is here, one of our practitioners, all the way from Ecuador. Yeah. So I want you to know that after my introduction, I will be taking the candle over to the prayer table, and I'll be awaiting your prayer request and holding the high watch. So I get the pleasure of introducing Reverend Dr. Joan Steadman. She's a founding member of the Agape International Spiritual Center and of Agape Bay Area. She has been an ordained Agape and Centers for Spiritual Living minister since 1988. For many years, she has been on the faculty of both the Michael Beckwith School of Ministry and Holmes Institute, the CSL School of Ministry. She created curriculum for practical mysticism and visioning, both CSL classes. Reverend Joan has facilitated workshops and retreats nationwide and has been a sought-out speaker at many New Thought centers and conferences. Additionally, she has authored articles and meditations for many New Thought magazines, including the Science of Mind magazine. So perhaps you've read something by her. She was inducted into the Martin Luther King Hall of Preachers at Morehouse College and was awarded the Gandhi Ikeda King Award for Peace and Unity in the Community. In August of 2021, she was the recipient of the Walden Award for New Thought Wisdom. We are fortunate that Reverend Joan facilitated our practitioner retreat. She's a very kind, loving soul. She has the wisdom of a sage, yet she walks the path alongside of us. She's very intuitive, and it is very evident that she supports us to be all that we can be. Please help us welcome Reverend Joan Steadman.
You make me cry, Melinda. Not a good way to begin, or maybe a good way to begin, right? Good morning, everyone. Morning. I like to call communities the beloved community. So good morning, beloved community. It's so good to be with you, and thank you, Reverend Donna, for having me. Reverend Donna, I could spend the whole time talking about Reverend Donna and your practitioners, but Reverend Donna is one of the reasons I'm a minister. Because she asked me at one point, why aren't you a minister? And I'm like, I'm too busy, you know. And she basically opened doors to make it happen for me. And so, Reverend Donna, thank you for one of the biggest gifts in my life. I didn't really want to do it to begin with, but a lot of us didn't want to do it to begin with, to be honest with you. It's like, oh, I'm watching what ministers go through. But anyway, it was good. It's been good. And then the practitioners, I just want to take a minute at the beginning of the talk to talk about your practitioners, because we had a wonderful practitioner retreat. My sister is one of them, Louise Riley, and it's probably the prime reason I'm here, maybe. Well, no, Reverend Donna. But anyway, so your practitioners are awesome, are wonderful. You never know when you go to facilitate a retreat what that's going to be like. And these souls, these beautiful people, welcomed me in with open hearts. They were so kind and loving and willing to do everything I put them through, and including doing artwork when they didn't want to, and doing all kinds of things. Not all of them didn't want to. I won't call anyone out here. But anyway, they've gone deep. They've gone with me the whole way. They're beautiful, they're wonderful. They serve you so well. And what I want you to know, because I have practitioners at my center too who are deep and wonderful and powerful. What I want you to know is the power of a practitioner. When they sit and pray with you, they see who you really are. And there's nothing like being loved like that. I didn't say that very well, but you know, you're in a pool of love, you're in a pool of spiritual recognition, and they do spiritual counseling, folks, so use them, is what I want to say. I tell my people, don't leave here without one, you know. Get a prayer, you know, get a practitioner that works with you on a regular basis, because it will grow your practice, your spiritual growth in a beautiful way. I've consistently used a practitioner since I was in practitioner training in 1980. I graduated in 86. By the way, I haven't been an ordained minister since 88. I have to correct that. If I wrote that, that's really incorrect. It's been since 98, 1998, not 1898. All right, so, although I might look like it was that. Anyhow, I'm right here with y'all. So, the topic today is gratitude, 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 singing with gratitude. And Heather, you set the tone so beautifully. Thank you so much for setting the tone, because I even put the words to the first song up here because I thought, ooh, that goes with what I want to say. So singing with gratitude, your soul is always singing a song. Your soul is, and by that I mean always expressing, always being present. And so what song is your soul singing? Sometimes our soul is singing a song of complaining, a song of, oh, life is really hard right now. Oh, things aren't working together very well. What's going to happen? Blah, 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 blah. I've got all these aches and pains. Many of you can probably relate to that. And, you know, sometimes we get pulled into that vibration because the consciousness of the planet is there.
a lot of the times. In fact, I'd probably say most of the time. And we can get pulled into a negativity, a vibration that our soul really doesn't want to be there. So gratitude is a way that you can heal that, and a way that you can stay present. Belinda, thank you for doing that process real quickly. Having them go within, get a sense of gratitude. I had thought about doing it in the talk, and now I don't have to. So, but the thing is, do you notice that when you're in that place of gratitude, it's kind of impossible to go to a negative place. It's kind of impossible because you're consumed in gratitude. And so it's a beautiful spiritual practice. I know that last week Reverend Donna talked about spiritual mind treatment. Do that. Do your spiritual mind treatment. Do your meditation. Do your journaling. And add gratitude, daily gratitude to the list. Because gratitude is just as creative as spiritual mind treatment. Gratitude gives you more to be grateful for. Have you heard that before? Some of you have probably heard that before. Or another way of saying it is, appreciate someone or something and it appreciates. There's more and more to be grateful for, more and more to appreciate. It creates opportunities to be more grateful, which means opportunities for joy, for love, for peace, for harmony, right? For healing. So I want to begin by telling you a story. This story, I love this story. There was a woman, Zen teacher, and she was a healer. And people used to flock to her and say, how does this happen? How do you heal? Because people come, they want to be healed. You don't do anything in particular. So what's going on here? And she said, very simple. She said, a healing practice is, I give thanks for everything. I have no complaints whatsoever. I give thanks for everything. I have no complaints whatsoever. And people were healed in her presence. She didn't do prayers, although prayers are good, don't get me wrong, prayers are wonderful, but just by her carrying the energy of gratitude and thanksgiving, by her carrying that energy, people were healed. Because people walked into a consciousness of healing. Do you see that? People walked into a consciousness of being in the truth all the time. This is a person who practiced being in truth, being grateful. Seeing the bigger picture. Because you have to see the bigger picture sometimes to be grateful, don't you? So let's take a look at that, at gratitude. And how many of you had heard countless talks about gratitude? Just put your hand up. It's a little daunting to talk about gratitude, let me tell you, because Oprah's done a great job of it, just looking at, and so have a lot of the teachers that are worldwide and known and so forth. So it's a little daunting. What new is there to say? So I didn't try to come up with something new. I just thought, what do I know about it in my heart? Because that's what matters. And so what I know about gratitude is sometimes you have to start off real easy. Sometimes you have to start off by looking at your life and notice, what are the blessings right now? What are the things that are happening in my life that I can be grateful for? Because I'm going to take you to a more advanced place. Sometimes it's hard to start at the most advanced place. So what can you be grateful for? And look at your life and notice, who are the people there that you can be grateful for? You've got this community. I'm sure you're grateful for this community. You've got this great minister. You're grateful. Some of you look like you're real grateful for each other, and I'm sure you all are. So what are the blessings? Do you? And I'll tell you, before I go to bed at night, I really count my blessings. And every night when I rest my head on that pillow, the first thing I give thanks for is I have a bed to sleep in. I come from an area where there are a lot of homeless people. And it's sad, And it's not that people aren't trying to make it better, but it's sad. And so I go to bed at night and I think, thank God I have a bed. Thank God there's a roof over my head. Thank God. And then I think of all the other things that have happened during the day. And eventually I get to the point of, thank God for being God. Because I know it's all a God thing. Because I know the reason that these blessings are in my life is because the Spirit of God, the living God, is always giving me something to be grateful for. So that's my first point. Find things to be grateful for, and then recognize that this presence, this power, this life that we call God is always giving. That's its nature, to give. And its nature is certainly to give to us because it created you out of itself. Think about it. How could it do anything less than that? How could Spirit do anything less than support you? Because you are part of it, you know? You are that presence in human manifest form. And so that's the way I've come to look at it. I didn't used to look at it that way, but I look at it now as God is all giving, and that giving is continually happening everywhere in the universe. So you might say, well, sometimes it sure doesn't look like it. There have been those times in my life, I'm telling you, where sometimes it didn't look like it. However, can you look back over your life and notice how everything actually, eventually worked for your good? Think about that. Can you look? We've all lived many years, all of us in here, I think. Most of us in here have lived many years. And even some of you that look a little younger probably have still lived many years. And so I look back and I look at some of the challenges of my life, and they were so hard at the time. Can you remember those challenges? And I remember one of my biggest challenges was my older daughter. And she got into drugs, and she, you know, just all kinds of stuff. And I won't even tell you the whole story, but it was hard. It was really hard. And I was a practitioner at the time, and it was still hard, you know. And my practice was, I wasn't in gratitude at that point for all this stuff. I hadn't gotten there, but my practice was every day to know the truth of her. Every day to know that her spirit is perfect, whole, complete. You hear that all the time. Perfect, whole, complete. That her spirit is doing exactly what it needs to do, because every soul's journey is different. And that was part of her soul's journey. It didn't make it easier. She had to be in foster care. That's how bad it got, you know. We were in therapy all the time, and she didn't have much use for that. But we went. The family went, you know. And we worked with that, and I just kept seeing the truth, while she was angry with me, using language that I wouldn't use on my worst enemy. You know, it was hard. I'm just saying this to impress you. It was hard. And at the same time, I was practicing spiritual principle, knowing the truth of her, seeing her as perfect, having my practitioner pray about that, having my fellow practitioners pray for that. In fact, recently, Reverend Michael was at my 80th birthday party, and he said to Sarah, my daughter, he looked at her and he said, "We have prayed for you for years." Because she finally's got it together. It took years. And it was a spiritual practice for me. And I look back on it and I say, man, she blessed me in so many ways. She strengthened my practice. She grew my consciousness. She made me practice seeing God in the midst of the most horrendous situations. She was homeless for a while, you know. It was really hard, and she grew me. What I tell people is she was my greatest teacher in life. My greatest teacher. I'm grateful. I'm grateful for her. And finally, she took responsibility for her life. After years. She blamed me for years. Even after she got sober, she still blamed me, you know. And now, we're the best of friends, you know. Gratitude. Something happened. God was in the midst of it all the time. What looked horrible was really a blessing for both of us. I doubt that we would be as close as we are now if we hadn't gone through all that together. Do you hear what I'm saying? And I know that some of you have had just as difficult situations, just wrapped in different packages, you know. And so I'm grateful for her. I call her my greatest teacher in life. And I'm so grateful for all that we went through. I remember one time, and I'm talking too much about this, but I'm going to still say it because it was kind of funny, really. She tried to commit suicide. She was in the hospital, and they called me. I was at Agape in my office, They called me, and I was, oh my God, I can't even begin to tell you what was going through me. I got in the car. I sat in the car. I remember my hands were just gripped on the steering wheel. And I was saying, and I'm a practitioner, mind you, saying, why, God? Why? I remember saying, why, God? I've been so good all my life. Look at all the good I've done. And look what's happening, you know? I remember that. Now that's a good story to tell, see? But anyway, I went to victim for a moment. You know, we all go in and out of different stages of consciousness. I went to victim for a moment, and then I remembered, this is for good. You know, this is for good. And then Reverend Coco Stewart went with me to the hospital. I was so supported by everybody, like you would support people, I know, because I have heard through the grapevine what a loving congregation you are. I've heard how wonderful you are, and you are, I feel it. I walked into this field of, ooh, this is wonderful. So anyway, gratitude, gratitude, gratitude. These were all things to be grateful for, and at the time, if I had said, oh, I'm so grateful for this, people would have thought I was nuts. But you guys probably wouldn't have thought that. My spiritual friends wouldn't have thought that, because it was a growing experience. So you can look back over your life and say, look at it. And these things work together for good, somehow. I don't know how it all worked out, but it did, because see, we don't have to know the how. All we have to know is the what. What's my intention? Keep my attention on my intention, trust, and there's a universal law that will respond. As long as we keep that outlook of things are working together for good, no matter what I think. And I can be grateful for that. I can be grateful. Because it always does. It always does. In the midst of the most dire circumstances, God is present. And then the more you can know it and be grateful in the moment, the more you can know that, be grateful for it, the more things start working together, because when you're in gratitude, you're in harmony and alignment with the universe. Do you see that? You're in harmony and alignment with the universe when you are in gratitude. And when you're in harmony and alignment with the universe, everything has to be. You know, everything's always working together good for good. And you can, I don't know if this is true or not, principally, I don't know, Donna, but you know, but I think you can speed it along a little bit. You can help it along a little bit, you know, by your spiritual practice, by your attitude. So practice gratitude. And eventually you get to realize, oh, everything always has worked together for my good. Everything always will. Because life loves me. Life loves you. You are its own. It has loved you so much. Spirit has loved you so much that's brought you into form, expressing its life. Do you see that? How precious you are, how special you are, how amazing you are. You are that gift of life to itself. And so it's always going to take care of you, and it helps when we know that. It just, the universe then responds and goes, yes, 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 I am taking care of you. So you realize that. So the next step I want to take you to is, can you be grateful even in the midst of whatever is happening in your life? Can you, in every single moment, like that Zen teacher, can you be grateful for everything and have no complaints whatsoever? Now I have to say the no complaints part is kind of challenging. I challenged my congregation to that recently, and you know, and then all of a sudden one day I realized I was complaining, and I thought, ooh. I've challenged my congregation to this. But anyway, and you know, what I think it is too, that no complaints whatsoever, I think it's an intention. You just carry that intention, you do the best you can, you notice when you slip, and then you just bring yourself back again. And then just being grateful for everything, because what you know now is that everything carries a blessing for you. Everything. No matter what, no matter how horrible it looks, there's going to be a blessing there. There really is in the moment, but you can't always see it. And so that's the next step I want you to go to, is just being grateful for whatever is. As we say often at Agape, whatever packaging it's in. And sometimes the packaging of a blessing is a beautiful bow and beautiful wrapping paper, and it just looks lovely and sweet and wonderful. And sometimes it's a newspaper, And that's kind of nice too, nothing wrong with that. And sometimes it's sandpaper, or sometimes it's a paper bag and it doesn't look as pretty. But there's still a blessing there. That's what I want you to know. There's a blessing there in the midst of anything and everything. One more story, because this illustrates it. And besides, I know Reverend Donna likes to tell stories, and she's really good at it. I used to marvel at her. We were in the same homiletics class in ministerial school, and that's a class where you learn to speak. She'd get up and talk, and I'd go, oh my God, this woman really is a good storyteller. She is wonderful. And so, again, it's a little daunting to tell a story here, but anyway. But there was this man, and I don't remember all the details, and I couldn't get the internet this weekend, and I couldn't find who he was exactly, but it's a true story. And he had been an athlete, and he had been injured. I think it was a plane crash. The important thing to know was he was totally paralyzed from head to toe. And so he was hospitalized. And he was really grumpy about it. Can you imagine? Would you be pretty grumpy if you were paralyzed from head to toe? He was pretty grumpy about it. And then one day, it came to him to be grateful for something. And he kind of checked out his body, and he realized his little pinky finger moved, that he could move his pinky. And so he started practicing gratitude. I'm grateful that I can move my pinky, I'm grateful that this finger moves. And he kept practicing, and little by little, other parts of his body started coming alive. This is a true story. And he had been an athlete, so he was really not happy to be paralyzed. And eventually, his whole body returned to health. That's a miracle. And he practiced gratitude. He found one teeny little thing to be grateful for. In the midst of anything in your life it really is hard, and it's hard to be grateful, can you find one thing to be grateful for? Because what happened was he was grateful for that one thing, and then life presented him with more to be grateful for. Oh, now this little part, now my whole hand can move, you see? And I don't remember how long it took, but that doesn't matter. The point of the story is that as he practiced gratitude, there was more to be grateful for, and his body came alive. Now, that's not to say every single time there's an ailment that's going to happen, because we all have our journey. That was his journey. And there are other stories I've heard of people that, have lost a leg and have found gratitude in that. And actually, I've heard of one guy that lost a leg, and then he got the prosthesis, he got the artificial leg. And what he used to do, he used to go and visit people in the hospital who had lost limbs, and he used to hop around on one leg and just do a funny thing. He made them laugh, and he was grateful. The whole point is, can we be grateful in the midst of anything and everything? Because you see, we know that it's going to work together for good. So when I wake up in the morning, and here's another practice. The first practice, when you go to sleep at night, let yourself be in a grateful state of mind. Find things to be grateful for. In the morning, wake up. Nowadays, I wake up, I'm grateful I woke up. I'm here. I'm grateful. And then, I'm grateful for the blessings that I know this day holds. See, can you do that? Can you be grateful in anticipation of the good that's coming your way? So it's gratitude. I woke up, gratitude for the things that you have that are wonderful, gratitude for whatever the day brings, and we don't know what each day is going to bring, do we? We don't know. And so be grateful for that. And then in the midst of the day, can you be grateful for everything? Can you, when you go to the supermarket, can you be grateful to the cashier? And when I say be grateful, look that person in the eye and say, thank you. I live in a condominium complex, and the custodial staff, there's some company that they hire to do the, all of the mopping and vacuuming the hallways and all that stuff. And they're just so sweet and lovely. And I make a point to say, thank you. Thank you for keeping this place so clean. I'm so grateful for you. One time I was at a convention, I think it was a CSL convention, and I was in the bathroom, and there wasn't anybody else there, but the woman was cleaning a custodial person was cleaning the bathroom, and Spirit just said, be grateful to her, you know? And I said, thank you for keeping this place clean for us. And she was overwhelmed. She said, nobody thanks me. You know, can you find people to thank? Particular people that maybe never get thanked. Can you find, you know, that's such a powerful practice. So all day long, what you're doing is you're looking for things to thank. You're looking for things to be grateful for. You're looking for people to be grateful to. So it becomes that practice. And eventually what happens, as you practice gratitude, at a certain point, it starts to practice you. You know? It's kind of like with prayer. As you continually pray, then prayer starts to do you. It was practicing the presence of God, which is another spiritual practice. At a certain point, that practice does you, because it becomes habitual. It's like brushing your teeth in the morning. You know, it's like doing some of those things that we do every day. Notice how they become habitual, right? Gratitude can be the same way. You can be habitually in a state of gratitude. And then what happens is that more and more arises for you to be grateful for, and you'll feel more joyful in the midst of anything and everything. And I'm not saying that things aren't going to be hard, by the way. Things are still hard. And in the midst of that, we can be in a certain place where we're saying thank you, thank you, thank you. And then you feel more joy. I feel more joy. I'll just say what it is for me. I feel more joy, more peace of mind, more faith in life. More faith in life, more trust in the universe. So let your heart sing with gratitude all the time. Those are the blessings. Life loves you. Life wants the best for you. Thank you, life. Thank you for incarnating as me. Oh my God, what an amazing thing, you know? Thank you for supporting me always. And thank you for giving me all these blessings, and I know there's more to come. So practice gratitude. Let your heart sing with gratitude. And that's what I have to say to you. Thank you.
You'll have to forgive me. I was sitting back there. I was absolutely rapt by what you were saying. Thank you so much. I'm sitting there taking notes, and then I go, oh my God, I didn't prepare any music. So that's the kind of influence that you have on me today. Thank you so much. Okay. Hey, all right. So, who remembers this song? All right, a couple of you. This is called Attitude of Gratitude. And let's see if we can find a fun drum for it. Hey, all right. There we go. I got an attitude of gratitude. I'm grateful for this day, for peace of mind and wellness. I'm blessed in every way, for spirit works within me, and so it lives in you. There's so much to be thankful for. It's so easy to do. I got an attitude of gratitude. I'm grateful for this place, for joyfulness, belonging, and every happy face. The spirit of abundance surrounds our every deed. And when I act in gratitude, I've got all that I need. I got an attitude of gratitude. I spread it far and wide. And joyfulness is my path, and faith is my guide. Together we can share the love. The only thing we need is an attitude of gratitude in heart and mind and deed.
Woohoo! Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your energy. Thank you for your contributions. As now it is time for our offering. So I invite you to read the offering affirmation with me, which is in your program. My gift goes forth to heal, prosper, and bless all that it touches. It is evidence of my conviction that God is the source and substance of my supply. I share generously of my good, knowing that it returns to me multiplied abundantly, and so it is.
And if you want love, give love. If you want joy, give joy. If you want more peace, give peace. And if you want more, give. And if you want more, give. If you want more money, what do? Give your money. If you want more time, give up your time. If you want more friends, be a friend. And if you want more, give. And if you want more, got to give. When you give, you receive. It's as simple as that. There's no effort, no struggle. It's just a simple fact. If you want to see change, what do? Be the change. If you want to have truth, tell your truth. If you want more gratitude, what do? There, give thanks, yeah. And if you want more, give. And if you want more, you got to give. When you give, you receive. It's as simple as that. No effort, no struggle. It's just a simple fact. So let's try it again. If you want to see change, what do? If you want to have truth, tell your truth. If you want more gratitude, give. And if you want more, give. And if you want more, you got to give. Hey.
Thank you, Heather. I love the songs. Yay. They're perfect. So we're going to take a moment to pray now. And as we pray, you'll notice, by the way, at the end of the prayer, toward the end, there's a time we give thanks. And Reverend Donna went through this with you last week. And we give thanks because we know that the prayer that's been spoken is really already done. So it's what I was saying, we're gratitude in advance. So let's just take a moment now and turn within. Allow yourself to take a breath. And I just begin with gratitude for this time, for this amazing congregation, for these people, for this life. For I know that this life is God. I know that all that there is God, pure spirit, infinite beingness, the one life that is the very essence and substance of everything that is, the presence that is everywhere, never in absence, this one life, living itself in, through, and as all of creation and more, the visible, the invisible, the manifest, the unmanifest, the immanent, the transcendent, the great all in all, God and only God. And I'm so grateful to know this life as my very life, to know this life as the very life of each and every person in this room, in this sanctuary, and of every being everywhere, for there is only the one, the I that is we. And so knowing this, I claim and know that within each of us is everything we could ever need, desire, or require to live the full and fulfilled life. Because the allness of God is within us. Everything has been given, every quality, every gift, every attribute, it's all been given already. And so as I know this, I speak the word claiming, accepting beyond a shadow of a doubt the pattern of perfection in each one of our body temples. Wholeness, vitality, radiant well-being, no matter what the appearance may be. I claim and know abundance and prosperity because I know God is the source, the supply, and the sufficiency, and it is our life. The source is who and what we are. How good it is to know this. I speak a word, knowing. Relationships, friendships that are fulfilling, for the love of God reveals itself in and through and as all. I know that every kind of support that we could ever need is present within us already and shows up in manifest form, for we are affirming it right here, right now, and our affirmations, backed by the energy of faith and trust, bring it forth. So I claim now that every desire of every heart and soul in this room is already done in the realm of the infinite, in that infinite field. It is complete, done. That's what I know. So whatever, right now, whatever it is that your heart desires, just claim it within yourself as God's taking care of this. God knows how to do this. So I just give thanks. I'm grateful. Grateful, grateful, grateful for the words spoken. Grateful for this opportunity to vocalize truth. Grateful to know that it's the gift that has already been given. And so in gratitude, knowing it to be so, I release it now. And I release it into the universal law that always says yes. It can't deny us, for we are its own. It says yes, and it brings this word into manifestation, because we are here to bring heaven to earth. So I give thanks, I let go, I let God, I let it be, and so it is. Namaste.
Joan, you make it very, very easy for us to be grateful. Thank you. We're so grateful that you got to come and visit, and I'm sure that we all have an open invitation for you to return.
And if any of you are ever in the Bay Area, San Francisco Bay Area, Oakland area, come see us, Agape Bay Area.
Thank you. Let's all stand now and form a circle.
So let there be peace. I am a stand for peace. Let there be love. I am a stand for love. Let there be joy. I am a stand for joy. We are living a new world now. So let there be peace.